9-7 is where I've got them. I feel like this is an 11-5 offense and a 7-9 defense, so I'll settle in there at 9-7. But you've got an offense that I think can be very, very good. My eyes will be on the right side of the offensive line with Vaitai and Jackson. Hopefully Vaitai can play this weekend. They are supposed to be better run blockers than pass blockers. Prove it. Darrell Bevel loves to run the football and throw deep. Last year when Stafford got hurt, he had more percentage of deep, more balls thrown 20-plus yards downfield than anybody else in the league. Then he got hurt, and it kind of changed things, but they never really ran it. Bevel wants to be able to run it. Improvements on the right side of the line, improvements in the backfield. This is no longer a check-down-centric offense. It's an aggressive offense, and I love their pass catchers. So I really like the offense. Defensively, they were a man, no blitz team. They played man more than anybody, and they blitzed less than everybody. How is Corey Unlin going to impact that? The new defensive coordinator who's making the defensive calls. Danny Shelton in the middle of the D-line, by all accounts, had a great camp. You've got Deshaun Hand back and healthy, which is nice. And Jamie Collins, Reggie Ragland, a lot of new parts over there. Could have as many as 7 new starters. So I got them at 9-7 here, Gator. And it's funny, only in Detroit can you pick a team to be just above 500 and get slammed for being a homer. But that's what I got.
That is what you got, and that is what happens, unfortunately. Look, I think the team is going to be I think Stafford's going to play the whole season, first of all. So I'm going to start with that. And I think he's going to have a good season. I think he's going to throw for 4,500 yards. I think he's going to have 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a 101 rating. He's going to be good. The offense is going to be good. Kenny Galladay will haul in 81 passes this year for 1,231 yards and 10 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson will lead this team in rushing with 777 yards, have 9 touchdowns, and yet it's not going to be good enough. The offense is fine. The defense is going to be not even mediocre. If they were mediocre, to be middle of the pack, and this would probably be a 10-6 team. But I don't think that's the case. I think the defense is going to falter. They're going to get off to a nice start, the record-wise, and then things are going to come to an epic collapse at the end of the season. I think they lose 4 of the last 5 games, and this team finishes up 8-8. So my crazy prediction that Adrian Peterson will have more touchdowns than Lions wins, that's where it is. 9 touchdowns for Adrian Peterson, 8 wins for the Lions. I don't think it's good enough. And on top of that, because it's not good enough, and because they had the massive collapse at the end of the season, and because the offense looks so good and the defense doesn't look good enough, Patricia's the defensive-minded guy. Both Quinn and Patricia will get fired at the end of the season.